I ran that idea past a few friends when I played them on Sunday. Big shout out to both Ashes of the Imperium podcast and the Chill Team podcast. Hello everybody, welcome to Glass Half Dead, and today I'm releasing a video slightly earlier than I normally would on my new schedule because of the exact issue that a lot of YouTubers have, I guess, where GW just released some hot news, and I normally don't get involved with news, but this is Kill Team news. This is me. This is my scene. These are my people. Okay, so they have finally come out with a Kill Team command roster. I was about to say app. It's not an app. That's a lie. It's a web page. Yes, that's confusing. I understand. Especially when you consider that in the email they sent out, it showed an app. It showed a mobile phone displaying it. It's like, G-dubs, what you doing? It's like they want us to be disappointed. Anyway, let's stay focused. Okay, I've had a little play around with the Command Roster app. It's not an app, a Command Roster web page. It's quite fun. I highly recommend that you all go there and play around with it yourselves. Whether you do a kill team or a command roster, whatever. I've had great fun. I was actually just about to record a video that was going to use BattleScribe, and I was going to get that up onto my computer so that I could record it for you guys to do some weird how to create a command roster type video. But now that they've released this, I'm just going to do it here. So it's actually pretty good. I like it. I mean, it's basic, you know, but you don't need anything more. I think one of the interesting things, they do have a nice random name generator. You can just spam through that if you want. I don't believe there's anything different in here than there is just in the books. It's just taking the book random names and giving you a bit of that. But obviously you can do all of your specialisms. You can go level 3, 4. You can select what you want. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, can you just select everything? Okay, well, yeah, good stuff. You can select your traits. You can also campaign data. That's it. Serious injury, minor injury, contusion, all that jazz. It's pretty good. Which is, I mean, it's kind of what you'd hope for, considering that this isn't that complicated of an app web page. This isn't that complicated of a bit of HTML5 that they had to write here, especially considering the community came up with it a few months ago, effectively. And yeah, it's good. I'd highly recommend you all go out, check it out. It's good fun. This is, yeah, a brilliant way to make your kill teams. However, of course there's a however, otherwise this would just be me reading a news article to you. And then that's crap. That's not content, is it? Huh? Anybody out there that does that? No. I have a minor issue with this, and that is that this adds absolutely nothing over the top of some of the apps that are already out there. Now, BattleScribe doesn't give you any ability to show campaign stuff, so this is a positive to that. However, there's another app out there called Kill Team Manager, I think, which does let you do all of this. So why would I? And that's on my phone, which, you know, I can actually take to, you know, that's an app. Why isn't this an app? The only possible thing that this could do that a normal app couldn't do would be show me rules. But it doesn't do that. It only gives me points. And you know what else gives me points? Both BattleScribe and Kill Team Manager. So why would I use this? Good job, G-dubs, but you are 3 months too late. As per usual. Good attempt, you know, good effort, poor putting it into practice. There's a phrase for that, but I can't think of it right now. Anyway, that's my opinion. With that said, I'm about to release a video where I'm going to use this. I'm never ever going to use this outside of that video because I have it on my phone and my phone's significantly easy to use when I'm out and about. Obviously, guys, I am aware that a web page can be used on your phone. I'm using the wrong terminology because I'm rushing this to try and get out in a timely manner. But yeah, an app is easier than a web page. I will note, because I didn't say it earlier, that this does give you the ability to copy and share it, just like Battlescribe does, export and print, just like Battlescribe does, and save and load, just like Battlescribe does. That may have sounded kind of sarcastic, like I'm still ragging on GW. I wasn't. I was just pointing out those are features that it has to have to make it even remotely viable as an app, web page, whatever, and it has them, which is good. Okay, that is the Kill Team Command roster. Next up, I've got to say, what has it been? It's 2 weeks since Blackstone was released, and they've got rules for it. Let's see how much of what I guessed came to pass. So guys, what do you think they've done? Have they made all of the heroes their own kill team and all of the chaos their own kill team, and that's it? It's just 2 additional teams that you can add, much like Rogue Trader? Or they mixed it up a bit? Well, they've mixed it up a bit, which I'm pretty happy about, I've got to admit. Before we read it though, we'll note beta rules. It does clearly say that although they have designed these with the ability for them to be used in all game types, so that does include in competitive play, match play, they are beta rules, and all of their beta rules they do stipulate when it comes to chapter approved, FAQs, etc. It is up to the tournament organisers' discretion whether or not they are used. However, with that said, I believe that almost all tournaments do use the beta rules, because obviously the big tournaments like ITC give a thumbs up to the beta rules, and that means most tournaments fall in line. Also, another small side note, this here is the email address that you need if you ever want to email the kill team, guys. They will not respond to you, but that's an email. There you go. And we start, you know what, I'm just going to do a very quick overview, and then I will probably come back to it at another time. So, Yanis Drake, he's a commander. In fact, all of the heroes are commanders for different factions apart from the Rattling guys and from UR025. Everybody else can be a commander. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool. Are they good commanders? Some of them are, yes. Also, before I come back to this for a more in-depth look, I would point out, so I will go over Yanis Drake to explain a few things for you. Okay, specialists. Oh, so, sorry, okay, keywords. He has the keyword commander. That means we know he is a commander, and he has to be a commander. Specialists, leadership. Cool, that means he has to have the leadership specialist as a commander. Great. Faction keyword, he can be used by Adeptus Astartes, Astra Militarum, and Adeptus Mechanicus. Nobody else. Great. Okay, I hope that explains everything. When looking at these data sheets, you look at the keywords, see if he has the commander keyword. Okay, means he's a commander. Specialists, that means that's the only one he can be. Faction keyword, that is the kill team he can join. I explained all of that for you so that we can look down here and wait for it. Croute. Dayak Grek, the Croute tracker. Faction keyword, Croute. Now, if we look at all of the others, let's see, okay, this Amalan Shadow Guide, Azurani, that exists. Adeptus Mechanicus, that exists. Astra Militarum, that exists. Astra Militarum, that exists. Astra Militarum, Adeptus Astartes, Astra Militarum, Adeptus Mechanicus. Those are all already existing factions. Croute is not. Oh, that's kind of exciting, right? Come on, somebody else has to be excited about that. I don't know, if you guys ever look at Reddit, you've probably seen that Croute, I think, by my recollection, was one of the first non-factions that weren't included that kind of got a community, or, you know, some guy decided to convert the Croute units so that we could play Croutes if we wanted to. Homebrewed the rules. This heavily implies that Croute might be an upcoming faction. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, I don't know, because obviously I know nothing. Games Workshop as a company hates me. But Croute is a faction now. It's got a single model in it, but that's a faction. Unfortunately, this guy does have a max of 1. Well, actually, everybody else has a max of 1. He has an M of 1. Don't know why, but okay. Classic G-dubs there, I think. Kind of not... They don't really know what copy editing is. But fine, whatever. We'll let it slide because I like what they've done here. If it didn't have a max of 1, you could just take 3 of him and he'd be a legit kill team. But anyway, moving on. You could now, I feel, very easily run him as your commander in a tower kill team and just proxy in all of the fire warriors as Croute. I don't think anyone would have any issues with that, and that's basically a Croute team. Anyway, we're not talking about proxies here. Next up, we have Servants of the Abyss. What they've done here is exactly what we did with the heroes there. We look through, okay, Obsidious Mallex is a commander, faction keyword, Servants of the Abyss, but nothing else. He can't go into Heretic Astartes, he can't go into any of the other factions that already exist in Kill Team, especially his Fortitude. Because it's interesting, let's have another quick look. So, yep, the Servants of the Abyss, they are all Servants of the Abyss. Some of them do have the keyword Heretic Astartes, but not the faction keyword, so there you go. All of these guys, again, I'm going to do a more in-depth look at some point, but not today. All of these guys are pretty cool. I like them. They are their own kill team. They can't be mixed with anything else in the game. Yes. There you go. I don't know what else to add to them. The Rogue Psychers are included, which means you can cast Psybolts. And also there's no max on them, so you can just chuck loads of them in. From a very quick look, Chaos Beastmen look really nice. And actually so do Negavolt Cultists. Both very strong. The reason I feel that is because Chaos Beastmen are 7 points and they're strength 4. And when you charge, they're +1 strength and attack. So ABCs, guys, always be charging. There you go. Negavolt Cultists, they're 9 points. 6 up save, however, 5 up invuln. Pretty cool. However, they all have Electrogoes, which is strength +2, which means they are base strength 5. With a 5 up invuln. And disgustingly resilient. Isn't that, that's strong. That is strong. For 9 points, I like Negavolt Cultists. That's all I'm saying. And they could be Combat and Zealot and Veteran. Oh. And that's 3 attacks, guys. They are very tasty. I think Negavolt Cultists, backed up with a few Beastmen, and probably your Black Legionnaires purely for Death to the False Emperor. Oh no, not Death to the False Emperor, sorry. One of the tactics here. I can't remember though, and I'm not doing a deep in-depth dive on this. Let's just keep going. I think those are really strong. I think this is a legitimate kill team that is going to see play. Yeah. I think it's going to be spammy as balls. I think it's just going to be Negavolt Cultists everywhere. But I'm down with that. That's cool. And then at the bottom here, we have their points costs, as I pointed out. So Black Legionnaires, 12 points, which is an upgrade, I believe, from just standard Chaos Marines, because although Chaos Marines are also 12 points, Black Legionnaires get a bolt pistol as well. They get that. Yep, cool. Chaos Beastmen at 7 points, very nice. The Traitor Guard are 5 points, it's about what you'd expect, same as standard Guardsmen. Rogue Psychers in at 20, so they're kind of the best guys you're going to see in standard games. And they can be your leader, and they do have Psybolt. Although do note, they can only take Cybolt. They can't get anything else. I assume that you can swap Cybolt out for one of the base powers, but yeah. Anyway, at the very least, it gives you the ability to cancel out an enemy Psycho. And then we get a whole list of points there for the heroes. Is anybody... Oh, yes, the only real thing to note there is UR-025 points cost in blue instead of black. Is it another trademark GW copywriting error or heresy? I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's a copywriting error because I didn't go over it, but let's have a quick look up here. Blackstone trinket. Use this tactic is used. That's not the only spelling mistake I found, guys. Anyway, I'm not gonna razz on them too much because I like what they've done, and they've done it relatively quickly, we've got to admit. I hope you've all enjoyed this little rundown I've done. I'm really excited for this. One thing they haven't done that I would have liked, but this is purely me being weird, and I'm going to do a video about this, is they didn't include any sort of rules for using the Blackstone Fortress tiles in Kill Team. Yes, that's weird. I know. I ran that idea past a few friends when I played them on Sunday. Big shout out to both Ashes of the Imperium podcast and the Chill Team podcast. Played with them on Sunday. They had little to no interest in playing on the Blackstone Fortress tiles. But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to report back to you how good/bad it was. I don't know, it just seems fun. But anyway, that would have been nice if they'd included that. Okay guys, hope you've enjoyed my not that quick rundown on this stuff. I have no idea when this is going to come out. I guarantee that the usual guys will have already covered this about 6 days before it even released on Warhammer Community, probably, because that's the kind of thing they do. And I'm slow in just life in general, I guess. But that's great. Anyway, guys, this has been Glass Half Dead. Hope you've all had a great day. Hope you continue to have a great day. And Glass Half Dead is logging out.